It's that time of the year again where we get out the box blade and make the driveways look brand new. So this would be a decent sized driveway. We're just doing my brother's doing the turnaround here. I'm the one filming and he's the one running the tractor. So we got the 8N, the 1948-49 Ford 8N out here with this is a 5-foot box blade on the back, and we're just ripping up the driveways and trying to make them look good again. The thing that is most annoying for us, at least, I know a lot of people have problems with potholes in their driveways, and that's really not the case for us. We don't have a ton of traffic that goes through here, or really anywhere on all of our driveways. The problem that we have is weeds. Weeds love to encroach in on the edges, and you can see on the very left of the screen all the grass and stuff that's made its way into the driveway. Uh-oh. So that's why we take the box blade all around and just kind of rip everything up, and it really tears up the roots and it digs pretty deep. This box blade I think has 5 or 6 rippers on it that are in the front, and you obviously can't see them right now, but they're the big teeth in the front, and they just rip up all the gravel and loosen it. And then I think I pan around here in a little bit, but I smooth out everything with this grate behind the Cub Cadet 582 Special. And the 8N is and for anyone that doesn't know, it's a gas-powered tractor, so it's got a carburetor and all sorts of stuff like that. And of course we have the loader on there also that stays on the tractor. There's no such thing as a quick disconnect on this thing, because this tractor's, I think, like I said, it's almost 70 years old, either this year or next year. And here's the Cub, a 4-speed, and there's the grate in the back, and you can see the little spot I did already. Looks quite nice. It smooths everything out really, really good. And the 8N, here you'll see, take a look at how much blow by. This is the oil fill. That red cap is the oil fill, so all the stuff coming out of that is all combustion gases that are not being transferred over. I guess it'd be power. It's all seeping past the rings and stuff. So just like a lot of other things that are 70 years old, it's going to need some work. You're going to need rebuilt. My brother and I, mainly my brother, we took off the whole top end of the transmission. Well, not the transmission, I guess it's the rear end of this tractor, and we rebuilt the lift cylinder in the back. And here's a better view of the Cub and the grate. This grate actually works remarkably well for smoothing out stuff. We would use the blade on the back of the box blade, but the problem with doing that is then it starts carrying material out the very back of it, and we don't need to carry material. Some people say you should have a crown in your driveway. Yes, that is correct. In really only one spot that we have, it should be crowned, and it's really not even that big of a deal. So this box blade in the 8N worked pretty good for our needs. Sure, it's not a new tractor, but you know, it's a good cheap tractor, and it's built like a tank, and you can't really hurt it. Obviously, since it's been around for 70 years, if it wasn't built well, it'd probably be broken by now. And you'll see, watch my brother turn the steering wheel. He has to put all of his weight into turning the steering wheel, because this tractor does not have power steering. And having that loader, that huge loader, all the way cantilevered out front, it makes it very, very, very difficult to turn this tractor around. I would not want another tractor like this without power steering and a loader on the front. If you have a loader on it, it's got to have power steering. End of story. And you can see all the little ridges and, I guess, hills and valleys that are in the driveway now. And of course I'll go over this again with the cub and the grate to smooth everything out. I didn't film any of that. I didn't have my tripod with me. You can see this box blade's giving the 8N a workout. The 8N, it still has enough power left to spin the rear tires, and before my brother and I fixed that 3-point lift cylinder that lifts the box blade in the back here, this tractor had so much leak down that by the time you put the clutch, so you lifted the 3-point implement up the whole way, then you put the clutch in, and went from like reverse to first gear or first gear to reverse. It would, by the time you would do that, the implement had almost hit the ground already. And I see why this tractor was parked, probably for that main reason. But we could stand to have some more gravel here, and doing this once or twice or 3 times a year helps to not have to buy so much gravel. Gravel isn't that expensive, but it's not the cheapest. And you can see there, now the rippers are really ripping into the gravel driveway here and really making things look quite nice. And in case you're wondering what that thing is that's dragging on the teeth, that is actually, we dug up someone's sock from who knows how long ago. I don't even know whose that could be, but it's amazing the stuff that you find when you dig, when you're doing work like this. But the 8N it pulls this box blade quite well. The 8N, we think it weighs like 4,000 pounds, 3,000, 4,000 pounds, something like that. And of course it does have the loader, so that adds some more weight, but we're not entirely sure exactly how much this thing weighs. But to do work like this, you really need a tractor with 4-wheel drive or a heavy one that's 2-wheel drive, so you have plenty of traction. And the 8N also has a lot of play in the steering. That's another thing that needs rebuilt. One of the tires is stiff, I guess, and the other one has quite a bit of play in it, and that's in the steering gearbox. So I've learned with this tractor especially, it really pays to get one that is fully functional when you buy it, because then you can test out everything and see exactly what's wrong with it. But obviously those cost more, and there's a lot more question marks with this tractor than there was, say, with the Alice, because the Alice I actually drove home, and this one came home on a tow truck. So, but we're just kind of, I know it looks like we're digging up the grass here, and we sort of are, but that's actually how much has encroached in on the driveway. And this here is a big barn stone that we're kind of out in the yard, and we're just kind of getting rid of it.
Wow!
And since we rebuilt that cylinder in the back, it is working much, much better. To run this loader, you have to actually chain down the 3-point to run the loader, because then it diverts the fluid over to the loader instead of the 3-point, which is very, very archaic. But it's a cheap tractor, and it does what we want it to do, so I'm pretty happy with it. This is our stone pile that we have. We must have, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 tons of stone in here, from barn stones, pyramid stones, flat stones, chocolate stones, you name it, they're all probably in here. And this is just kind of where we've been putting them, just trying to get them out of the way. And this tractor also has a trip bucket, so there's no hydraulic cylinder on it. So I think that's pretty much all I have to say for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more, and we'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.